Good morning, YouTube. Sandy C here with some more uncommon sense. And I'm going to tell you why you need to add this special thing to your remote control. Okay? Remote control. And I learned this from a operator? Let's go with operator. A special operator, okay? And his justification was, look, I, speaking as him, not me, is a professional that's trained to use a television remote by the best in the world, by the best television remote users in the whole world, okay? And most people get, now I've got two because I have a nighttime remote and a smaller, more compact daytime remote, okay? At night, now this one here, I'm not sponsored by any of these, so if you see a brand name, doesn't matter. Are these pretty sweet? Yeah, price point's pretty good, but I'm not sponsored. I don't get anything from them. But I'll show you this particular one has, you can put an extended flashlight on your remote, a laser, so you know exactly where, you're pointing at your TV, or the flashlight and the laser, okay? The flashlight is awesome because of this. Someone comes in, you've got your remote at your bedside table, boom, instantly blinded by your television remote, okay? That also gives you a good view of the television, so you can see that you're pointing the television remote at the television, okay? And in the day, it's nice to have one of these. Now, pro television remote people don't need them. Often they talk smack on them, and here's why they talk smack and why for you that doesn't matter. They talk smack or whatever because they don't need them. They train with television remotes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Thousands of batteries. They run through thousands and thousands of batteries on their remote, okay? So they know exactly how to pick up the remote and line it up immediately, okay? They're not going to miss your TV. They're going to get it dead on, okay? But you or I, are a little bit more casual with our television remote. So we don't have that extreme practice, all right? And let's face it, most of you maybe only use your television remote a couple times a year, if that, okay? So it can be very difficult to line up and find your line of sight on your television remote, especially if, you're laying in bed, you hear that front door jiggle or the back window locks jiggle. Your eyes are a little groggy. It's hard to find it. It's very easy to find, and I'll turn this down so you can see. Oh, that was dim mode. Very easy to find that, and I promise you it's way brighter in real life. It's a lot easier to find that than to find, where to exactly point down that remote. So it's quick and easy, especially if you're groggy or tired, okay? You know exactly where the laser on the remote is pointing so you can hit the TV dead on, okay? Now this one I love because it has both. So this is for my nighttime remote. So, yeah, it's got two different multiple brightnesses. So, if my friend or someone else comes in uninvited, I can blind them temporarily, You know, they're not going to see anything. And I can double check, you know, I can see exactly, you know, that I'm pointing at the television. Okay? So, nighttime remote control. So you can see how it's got a combo. So now you see the television because of the nice bright white light. There it is. And you can see, well, it's not showing up on the camera, but you can see exactly, let me turn it down, then you can see it. Exactly where you're pointing at the television. So, nighttime remote. Oh, bad idea. Daytime remote. Daytime remote just has this. Oh, this one's got a strobing feature to make you dizzy while you're doing it. Oh, there we go. Daytime remote. And if you're a pro, you don't need one of these. You don't want, it doesn't matter. You don't need one of these, okay? But if you're someone that doesn't use a television remote all the time, this makes it very easy to point at the television. You don't have to, you know, line it perfectly up at the television. You know right where it's going. It's going at the green dot. You know, just make sure you adjust it. Very quick, very easy. Interesting. Okay, so daytime remote, nighttime remote. Crucial. I'm very glad my buddy with the special group gave me this advice, you know, because a lot of other guys that think they're hot stuff talk smack on these types of television remote liner-upper thingy devices. So I didn't have one before. I had just the flashlight part so I could see my television. But I did notice, looking through my holographic window on the top of my thing, that, you know, in the middle of the night, it can be a little hard to line that perfectly up, especially when it's pitch black out and, you know, your eyes aren't adjusted, so that little picture window in there is super bright and it's very, very difficult. So I recommend getting a daytime and a nighttime remote, and I put them on different remotes. You know, this is my daytime, more compact, easier to fit, you know, on my belt. And this one is my nighttime remote, full size, you know, easier to grab, easier to handle, because again, you just got woken up, so you're like this. Your muscles aren't as strong, your blood's not flowing. I mean, it probably is if the door is opening up and you need to turn on a TV, but yeah, that's the point. SouthAmericanJungle.com. They're everywhere. You don't have to pay a ton of money, but don't buy the bottom of the barrel. Find that happy medium. Look at a lot of reviews. There is a difference in remote controls, and I recommend them. Get you a daytime and a nighttime remote. All right, guys. Sandy C is out. That's enough for our remote talk.